Alrighty, well, got ourselves a broken bracelet. Check it out. It's cracked all the way across. You see a little bit of solder where somebody else tried to fix it. Got a bunch of cabs. That's a lot of Sleeping Beauty there. They're all backed. Kind of dirty. Boiled it a couple of times. Don't really like to throw turquoise in the ultrasonic, especially when it's natural, or at least... Yeah, these are natural. I don't see no ink in them. These are pretty common. They used to back them with that black Devcon stuff. You can see it through the little hole right there. They throw them in a tumbler, tumble all the little nuggets out. People don't know how to do that anymore. They tend to break them. It's not really easy to tumble the Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but some of this stuff is glued in. Like I said, someone else worked on it before me. Nice 1970s asymmetrical watch. No marks. Not really going to attribute it to anybody, but a lot of stuff used to get popped out like this. Gallup. You know, I don't want to give it an affiliation, so I don't see anything that would really make me want to attribute it to anybody. There's some scratches in there. Some letters. They look like maybe HOLR3, maybe a B, I don't know. But there's no name, no tribal mark. Sometimes it'll say Navajo or Zuni or something, but metal's kind of thin. Filing's okay. The bezels are a little bit sloppy. You know, they're kind of really close together, and some of them kind of touch, and you'll see solder kind of go in there. Some of that old Navajo work, Dene work, that stuff has nice spacing. You know, the patterns, even though it's freeforms, you know, they're not calibrated or symmetrical. A lot of native smiths from the time would spend a little more time, I guess. Time. Deanna Troy, we don't got a time about to talk about the time. But, so we'll get started here. Like I said, I boiled it. Got it nice and clean. Sit here, I'm going to pick at it, see if there's any more body funk left on there, because I'm about to torch it. Like I said, some of these stones were glued in. You know, before I started this video, I noticed that some of the bezels wouldn't open very easily, and that tells me that someone probably put some glue in here. And my assumptions are being verified right now, because I found a bunch of crusty musties in there that aren't biological. Like, yeah, some of it's body funk. That stuff just like pops out. I just got some of that nasty skin flying out at me. But some of it's glue, some of it's super glue. And no matter what it is, you want to get rid of all that stuff before you torch the stuff. I'm gonna, like I said, I've washed it, I've boiled it a couple times. This thing's full of water at this point. I mean, it's dry to the touch, but the whole point, the whole trick to what I'm doing here is, see, super glue. 20 years of body funk, but like, I don't know if you can hear that crunchiness, but it's glue that's absorbed body funk. Talk to your local jeweler and ask him about cleaning body funk off of jewelry. And then give him a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts and tell him thank you for cleaning your grandma off of jewelry. And also, you who put glue on this, you know, this is an inlay, could maybe do a better job setting or replace the bezel. This guy paying me a good dollar to replace this watch. So all you jewelers that came before me could have paid you more money if you did it right. But he likes me and I like the money, so I'm gonna fix it properly. And then I'm gonna buy me some pedals for my guitar, and I'm gonna rock out with all the money I earned restoring this. That's what we're here for. You're here to learn exactly what it takes to repair this stuff. And you see, I haven't done anything. I've just been picking. We've been out here for about 6 minutes looking at the timer. And I haven't done a damn thing but clean glue off of this. So, because when you torch this, you're going to basically inhale it. Well, you can hear I got ventilation in here. I got CFMs. I don't know. Some dude did it for me, but I got all the fresh air coming in from outside. It's April now, so I don't have to heat the place up no more. It's kind of cold in here. Should probably insulate. This silver stuff doesn't really retain the heat all too well. Got a little tarp right here. Sometimes I'll lower that. That'll keep the heat in. A little tangent for you. Climate control. Allows you to work more hours. Allows you to make more money. So look into that. Right now, more glue. I think somebody just poured glue over this thing. There's like a crust of it. Or maybe it was the owner, I don't know. But either way, I don't know what happened here. This guy used to smoke a lot. You could smell all that. A lot of tobacco smoke come out. A lot of lovely odor. Don't smoke. I need 5 minutes more of you in my life. Put that cigarette out. 5 more minutes would make me happy to be with you. Plus, I ain't kissing you with that shit in your mouth. Stuff. I'm not a monetized channel anyway. I'm not making money from this. Well, from this, but you know, giving you all lessons for free. Not like an academy or anything. Not accredited. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I have credit, you know, like, but I don't know. So, as I continue, this is minute 9. Still picking glue. Got my nice little area for sawing. My bench pin, that makes it a nice little elbow rest when you're doing stuff like this. Alrighty then. So, this is getting kind of boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pry this last bit of glue out. That's gonna give me pink eye. Lovely. Alright. So we're gonna lay dunk. I know I told you I boiled this and there's water in it, but get a little more water in there. Turn on your torch. Little Crestolite torch is probably how this thing was made in the first place. Don't buy those creme brulee torches. That's not safe. I couldn't see myself holding the fuel in my hand. I burned myself a lot. So like, you know, I mean, there's the hose right here, but you know, there's a backflow arrestor and this might melt. I don't know. I'm safe, but you know, I would just be more leery holding the fuel in my hand, especially since it, you know, if something happens. There's like safety stuff in here, some modern handpiece, less than 10 years old, maybe 10 years old. Bush was, okay, maybe I bought it when George Bush was president, but you see all that foaming action? That's, I don't know if you could see, there's some steam coming off of it. Just gonna give it a dunk because we're not trying to burn anything, we're just trying to get the steam. Ooh, you can smell that body funk in that glue. Ooh, that just lovely smell of I've been wearing this every day for 30 years, but not for a long time because a little more light and more visibility might help you see what I'm talking about here when you can get the and I see that's more of the steam. I'm keeping this within water temperature ranges at about the boiling point of water. I'm using the steam to release the glue and to pry open the bezel. So we're here over at minute 13 and I still haven't removed the stone. That's all good. Making sure we do this right, gradually, patiently. Give it a dunk. Put that torch down for a minute. See, I had my nail. Nice, cool little touch. A little hot, but. And that little steam treatment actually kind of softened up some of this glue here. I have my first bit of loose bezel here. I now have access, so what I'm going to do is, where are my setting tools? I brought them out so that they'd be ready to go. Oh wait, I already pulled them out of the container. Today we have burnisher, a bench knife, small little stumpy blade. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the knife to go where the steam has opened it, and you just kind of wiggle it open. With your bench knife, and you create just enough room to get your burnisher in there, because the burnisher will actually not tear your bezel. Just roll it open ever so gradually. Just work your way around. You'll see right here is where I'm starting to open the bezel. I'm just gradually working my way around. Use your bench for leverage or what have you. You know, you don't need to be floating in the air. That's not good for your elbows or what have you. Your anatomical systems. So anyway, I'm starting to mumble and give you a little more projection, a little more stage presence here. Just gonna open this bezel up ever so gently. We don't want to tear it. And we've removed the first broken cab. You know, back in the day, this turquoise was cheap enough. I used to just heat this up until the stones would begin to crack and get damaged from the heat, and I'd throw them in the bucket of water and they would all fizz out like Alka-Seltzer, and these repairs didn't take me very long. But this turquoise is a lot more expensive now. I'm not the only one that used to do that, so I can imagine we wasted a lot of stone, but if we didn't waste it, it'd still be plentiful. And there you have it. One stone removed. So I'm just going to accelerate here. I don't have advanced editing features, so you're just going to watch me in real time, but I'm not going to talk until I find something else of note. And here's another little area. This neighboring stone already had a little bit of an opening, so I don't need to wiggle my bench knife in there. come out, you just kind of pry in there, and sometimes you get them to pry out. I just gotta give me half a second. So anyway, anywho, bench knife. Put that there, rinse, repeat. And just to expedite the process here, I'm gonna go through and create access points with my bench knife. And sometimes you have to pull stone to pop out. Super glue. If it's crazy glue, I've already recovered about $1 worth of glue, about a tube's worth. So maybe he didn't use crazy glue, maybe he used a super glue, because going to town with a whole bottle of glue is kind of excessive. So I imagine he used a different brand that comes in a larger bottle, so he doesn't feel like he was so wasteful. It was probably crazy glue because a lot of jewelers are really cheap with how they handle this type of work. Okay, this has a little glue in the stone. I have to do those, so you probably need a little more torching. This one was glued on, wasn't glued in. Wasn't set. Got another one. So I think I have maybe one more stone in here I can pull before I reheat. Now, these other cabs seem pretty glued in, pretty sufficiently glued in. And well, I'm here to teach you how to do it the right way, so we're going to remove all the stones and set down the tool here. Another dunk, clean water, not putting my hands in the acid, I have tweezers for that. That's all steam. What we're actually trying to do is get the glue to melt, and it'll go into solution and the steam will carry it away actually. So and you see the smoke is getting sucked away with my ventilation, but when you're doing this You're not burning the glue, you're melting the glue. So it could get in your eyes. One day you might be doing this and your eyes will feel sticky and burning. That's because the glue has gone into solution and it's now an aerosol with all of the steam billowing forth. More glue. Sometimes it ignites. That's what you want the water for, because you don't want to smoke these stones. It's very easy to do. And if you smoke the turquoise, a lot of times it gets really deep in there and you won't be able to polish it out. Glue to the touch. Bench knife. Still working my way around. Told you to use the bench knife. So I have one remaining on that side. This is the really nasty glued side. I'm using the back of the knife, not the sharp edge, when I do this prying. And that's because I'm not using the burnisher, I'm actually removing glue right now. I'm not messing with the stone. Although the leverage is acting upon the stone. Got another one out. More super glue. Noobs and rookies, rookies and noobs, trying to do what I do. Another one pops out. I got one left. Give it a dunk. And we're going to go ahead and steam her out.